News Services Division of Akashvani presents Northeast Diary.
Good evening and a very warm welcome, dear listeners, to this another episode of Northeast Diary, your window into the vibrant cultures, inspiring stories and unfolding events across the 8 jewels of India's Northeast. I'm Vinita Thakur, and in today's episode, we delve into the life and culture of the tea garden community of Assam. We'll also discover the traditions of the Sumi Naga tribe and explore Tuluni, the most significant traditional festival of the Sumi people, which marks the season of abundance. But first, we take you to Nerhema Feza village, nestled in the serene hills of Nagaland, where the community gathering on June 28th to honor the legacy of one of its bravest sons, Captain Nekeza Kuo Kenguruse, Mahavir Chakra awardee, posthumously on his 26th martyrdom day. The state fondly remembered its valiant hero who made the ultimate sacrifice during the 1999 Kargil War. Here is a report from our Kohima correspondent, Mary.
Marking the 26th Memorial Day, the Indian Army and Assam Rifles organized a solemn and moving tribute. The ceremony began with the laying of wreaths and lighting of the Amar Jawan Jyoti. It also featured a prayer service and screening of a short documentary on Captain Genguruse's gallant sacrifice. Adding to the solemnity, a ceremonial march passed by NCC cadets, ex-servicemen, and pipe bands of Assam Rifles and Fernbrook School stirred hearts and memories. Addressing the gathering, Inspector General of Assam Rifles North, Major General Manish Kumar, paid glowing tribute to Captain Genguruse's unmatched courage and leadership, urging the youth to draw inspiration from his life.
This day, the 28th June, is not merely a date on the calendar. It's a pilgrimage in time. It reminds us of the unmatched gallantry of an officer, of a soldier, who epitomized the highest traditions of our armed forces. The bravery of Captain Kenguruse is not confined merely to stone memorials or military citations. It lives in every soldier who dons the uniform with pride. It breathes in the wind that kisses these hills, and it echoes in the anthem of freedom that our nation sings.
In a touching gesture, the Captain N. Kenguruse MV Sikh Medical Camp was inaugurated, and a biography of the Braveheart, penned by his elder brother Mr. Ningutulye, was also unveiled. The hero's proud parents, Mr. and Mrs. Nisale Kenguruse, were also felicitated for the strength and the enduring legacy of their son. The event was attended by senior army officials, veterans, students, villagers, and the martyr's family, all paying tribute to his ideals of duty, courage, and sacrifice. For Northeast Diary, Mary, Akashvani News, Kohima.
Nagaland is a land of vibrant cultures, enduring traditions, and deep-rooted ties to the land. Home to numerous tribes, the state comes alive through its festivals, each reflecting the beliefs, agricultural rhythms, and lifestyles of its people. The Sumis are one of the major Naga tribes, primarily inhabiting the Zunheboto district of Nagaland. They are renowned for their distinctive culinary traditions. Most of the ingredients used in preparing their ethnic dishes are sourced from the natural surroundings, as the majority live in villages bordered by dense forests. Sumis are celebrated for their bravery, nobility, generosity, and unique food habits, all of which contribute richly to Nagaland's cultural diversity.
Nagaland is a state of India, lying in the hills and mountains of the northeastern part of the country. It is one of the smaller states of India. Nearly all of Nagaland is mountainous. The climate here is mild and generally warm and temperate. Forests cover about 1/6 of Nagaland. The Nagas form 16 major tribes, as well as numerous sub-tribes, and each one has a specific geographic distribution. Though they share many cultural traits, the tribes have maintained a high degree of isolation and lack cohesion as a single people. The Naga tribes lack a common language, and each tribe has its own dialects. English is the official language of the state. The Sumi Naga is one of the major Naga tribes of Nagaland. Sumi Nagas mostly inhabit the central and southern regions of Nagaland.
My name is Rovli Achumi. Sumi Ki, Sumi is the name of the tribe. Ki means house. There inside you'll see one ahone and the dry pork. That is the special dish of Sumis. Plus, Sumis are the tribe of the warriors. Sumi headquarters is Neboto.
The dresses that people wear here are colorful and vibrant. An important item is a shawl. The beautiful shawls are amongst the most popular traditional dresses of the place.
The girl wearing the headgear, so this headgear is the sign of women also a warrior. The women, sometimes when the enemy comes, regardless of male and female, the women also used to participate in the battle. So there's a story that women kill an enemy. So significance of that headgear is the women also a warrior. In earlier days, there was no garments. So you'll find that necklace, a big one. Because the olden times, there was no women's top, no bra. So that was the neck piece to cover the women's body. And the down also with the beads. Now you can see, and that also a kind of wrap around, because those days there was no mekila. The spear, which he is holding in his hand, is the warrior's ornament, and the dao also like that. And necklace type in his neck is called avamo. Amnihu is a type of boar we kill. The men folk used to go hunter and they kill it. So the amni, that boar, that used to have a very long tooth like that. So after the animal is killed, we eat the flesh, and then the tooth is taken out and used as a necklace. Those who wear that one, people even from the distance, people will just see him as a warrior, as a very clever hunter.
The Sumi dance and music are built around the community life of the people.
There used to be so many kind of folk songs. When we go to the field and cut the jungle, we have different song. And when we are harvesting the crop, there's a different song. And when the field is ripen and ready to harvest, there is also a different song. And then when men folk go to the war to kill enemy, it has a different song again. We have the love song also. That kind of song we used to sing and courting each other.
Morung of Sumi-Nagas are no different from other tribes. They play a key role in its economic, social, spiritual and political needs. Such needs require that the young be taught and trained within the village community.
So Sumi's tribe is like as that shines like star and moon and sun. The next, those 6 pieces, that is a sign of meat we eat. We butchered, we kill buffaloes and in terms of 100 and 200 kgs, and we feed it to the village people. The whole entire village community we will feed free of cost, and they will eat as much as they want. And sometimes they can even pack and take it home. So that is the sign of meat, the second. The third is the rainbow. The Sumis are as bright and mixture of all type of people shines. The fourth is tiger. We are as strong as tiger.
Along with head hunting, the feasts of merit constitute the basis of Sumi ethics and social life. Through the feasts of merit, a wealthy man transmits his own fertility, proof of which is his wealth, to the members of the community by offering meat, rice and rice beer, and receiving it in turn merit and social prestige.
Actually, when one organize a feast of merit, we call it feast of merit, and that is that we will butcher the mithun and throw the party to all, everyone. Sometimes we invite the neighboring villages also, and they will come and eat.
One of the most cherished celebrations for the Sumi community is the Tuluni festival. Held in the first week of July, Tuluni is a time of abundance, thanksgiving and communal harmony. More from our Kohima correspondent, Mary.
Tuluni is the premier festival of the Sumi-Naga tribe. The festival is celebrated with great joy, folk songs, dances and feasting. But what sets this festival apart is the deep-rooted traditions and spirit of unity. Today, we take a closer look at this vibrant festival and its significance. In the olden days, Tuluni was celebrated over 7 vibrant days, each with its own unique customs and meaning. The festival begins with Asazani, a day when the entire community comes together to clean their surroundings and prepare wine from millet. On the second day, Aghazani, villagers gather firewood and stock up food and water to sustain them through the days of feasting and celebration ahead. On the third day, Asugeni, families come together to slaughter livestock, which is an essential part of the Tuluni feasts. The fourth day, Anigini, is the highlight of the festival. Lavish meals are served, gifts are exchanged, and betrothals are formalized, making it a day of joy, bonding, and celebration. Then comes Mucholani, a day dedicated to the elders when they clean village paths, paving the way for reconciliation and invoking blessings for the community. The sixth day, Tupulani, is set apart for the youth. On this day, young people celebrate together with music, dance, and traditional games. The final day, Tughagani, is solemn and sacred. The village gates are shut and rituals are performed to ward off evil spirits. It is a day of rest and reflection for everyone. While some of the older rituals may not be practiced as much today due to changing times, the essence of Tuluni endures. It remains a living tradition passed down through generations, a celebration of the Sumi-Naga's enduring respect for nature, culture, and one another. The Tulini festival is a bond that ties the people together, ensuring the spirit of harmony and gratitude continues to thrive. For Northeast Diary, this is Mary, Akashvani News, Kohima.
The tea industry is one of India's oldest and most organized sectors. The tea produced in India is among the finest in the world, thanks to its favorable geographical factors, significant investments in tea processing units, continuous innovations, and strategic market expansion. Assam and West Bengal are the leading tea-producing states in India, with Assam being globally renowned for its exceptional tea quality. Tea plantations in Assam have historic root dating back to the colonial era. The industry has become an integral part of Assam's way of life, significantly contributing to the socio-economic development of the state. It is the hard work and the dedication of the tea garden workers that have shaped today's tea industry and earned India global recognition as a leading tea producer. Let's take a closer look at the life and culture of Assam's tea garden community.
In the early part of the 19th century, the British explorers and adventurers, in course of their search for a suitable colony, landed up in Assam, which had not yet gone under the British rule, and it was in Assam that they struck gold. It was a momentous time for Assam. Those years saw political instability in the once powerful Ahom kingdom torn apart by bitter internal strife. Besides, 3 successive invasions by the Burmese had completely devastated this wondrous land. The British Army defeated the Burmese and drove them out of Assam, and through the Treaty of Yandabo on 24 February 1826, they brought Assam under the British rule. W.R. Gawthorpe, the author of The History of Assam Railway and Trading Company, said, "When Assam first came under British rule, it possessed 4 great assets: land, rivers, forests and minerals, all awaiting development. However, the availability of labor, another important asset, particularly for the development of the plantation industry, was a major problem. The Royal Commission on Labor, which had visited Assam much later, made the following observation, quote, "From the point of view of the employer, the outstanding problem during the whole history of tea planting in Assam has been the scarcity of labor. Where the bulk of the tea gardens stand today, 70 years ago was uncultivated and nearly uninhabited jungle, and for the expansion of the industry, it has been necessary continuously to import fresh labor," unquote. But the local labor was neither found satisfactory nor were available in plenty. Consequently, the tea planters had to depend on the unscrupulous contractors of Calcutta, who would recruit labor in the impoverished tribal areas of Bengal, Bihar, Chota Nagpur and other places with false hopes and promises of high salaries and entice them to migrate to Assam. Although the tea garden workers had migrated from different parts of India with their own distinct cultural and traditional backgrounds, there was wonderful assimilation of these varied cultures as they started living peacefully together. It's a unique example of total integration of diverse cultures. Unlike elsewhere in the country, the tea workers of Assam have developed an emotional integration with the land and its people and have become an indispensable part of the Assamese society. They feel their lives inseparably linked with the fate of Assam. Quote, "Assam morile, hamarao morbo." If Assam dies, so shall we, unquote. They had once left their hearth and home to come to Assam in search of better living, since in their own land they had suffered a lot of sorrows and faced unspeakable adversities. Chalmini, Assam jabo, deshe boro dukhare. Mini, let's go to Assam. It's a miserable life in our land.
আরো পাইব বলে বসে আছো কেনে বন্ধুয়ে তোরাইতে কেনে বন্ধুয়ে তোরাইতে কেনে কি আরো পাইব বলে বসে আছো কেনে বন্ধুয়ে তোরাইতে কেনে বন্ধুয়ে তোরাইতে।
After the hard day's work in the evening, they would sit around a small fire and would sing the tales of their woes and sufferings to the tune of the Madol, a tribal drum, and would dance to the rhythm of Jhumur. Jhumur's resounding music, notwithstanding its melancholy note, has always been close to the hearts of the tea garden workers. Jhumur, however, has many variations, depending on the places of their origin. As the poet says, quote, our sweetest songs are those that tell of the saddest thoughts, unquote. Like the blues of the black Americans, these Jhumur songs were sonorous and yet fraught with sadness.
দেখিব কোলা পাঙ্খা ডোলাই রে ইয়া দেখিব কোলা পাঙ্খা ডোলাই।
The most important festivals of the tea garden communities are Tusu, Sohrai and Karam Puja, which are expressive of the rich culture and deep social sensitivity of these colorful people. Despite being a happy mingling of diverse tribes, they have retained the distinct traits of their respective cultures and yet have become metamorphosed to a unique tea tribe who share common traditions. Tusu is observed on the Makar Sankranti day of the month of Posh. It is more of a remembrance day of Tusu. There are several stories associated with the origin of Tusu, but the most plausible one is that Tusu was a beautiful girl born in a tribal family of Bengal. The Nawab, the Muslim ruler of Bengal, was captivated by her beauty and desperately tried to marry her. But Tusu was not inclined to sacrifice her tribal heritage and religion, and to protect her chastity and religion, she sacrificed her life by jumping into the river. The simple tribals could not forget her sacrifice, and to keep her memory alive, started worshipping her as a goddess. This festival is entirely women-centric and all arrangements are made by women. Young girls prepare the altar around which women assemble and sing the glory of Tusu throughout the night. Sometimes a small idol of Tusu is also made, and at the end of the festival it is immersed in the river. Songs and dances are the integral parts of the festival. Karam Puja, which is celebrated in the month of Bhado, on the other hand, is based on a legend of two brothers, Dharam and Karam. It's a festival where religion and culture are inseparably mingled. People believe that if Karam is worshipped with devotion, all hopes and desires are fulfilled. The legend associated with Karam, called Kohni, is related by a senior person in course of the Karam Puja. But even here, the leading role is played by women who are called Karmatis, who make all the preparations with utmost devotion. Apart from the religious rituals, at the end of the puja, the Karmatis dance and sway to the tune of various tribal musical instruments and let their hair down. Tea workers have adopted many local festivals of Assam and observe these every year. They have also made immense contribution to the Assamese music, culture and above all, Assamese literature and have become an integral part of the greater Assamese society. With the passage of time, many changes have come about in their lives and the style of their music, but they have not given up their original culture and traditions, which still hold sway.
আষাঢ় শ্রাবণ মাসে ঘরে ঘরে গরু বাঁধেলে শোন ভাদর কে সোনর পায়ে সাম সজনিল শ্রাবণ ভাদর চলি গে শোন ভাদর কে সোনর পায়ে সাম সজনিল শ্রাবণ ভাদর চলি গে মাংলে দিছিনা হতো না ফুলালি শিকার ঘর ভিতর রলেছু পায়ে সাম সজনিল শাওন ভাদর চলি গে.
And friends, now it's time to listen to a beautiful song by Niti Mohan, which is entitled Chai Chai for all the tea lovers. Here we go.
चाय 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 हॉट बड़ी तू वाय 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 चाय 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 हॉट बड़ी तू वाय 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 दीवाना बना दिया आदत से मैं मजबूर हाय 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 ओ चाय 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 बड़ी तू वाय 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 अदरक वाली तू कभी इलायची वाली तू काली काली तू कभी दूध वाली तू चाय 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 क्यों मुझे तरसाए वाय वाय वाय.
And with this, we come to the end of this edition of Northeast Diary. Join us again next week, same day, same time, for more inspiring stories from this enchanting part of India. Until then, goodbye and do take very good care of yourself.
कड़क मसाला तू पूरे देश को जोड़े ओ कटिंग में ऐसा जादू दुश्मन लड़ना भी छोड़े चाय 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 क्यों मुझे
This program was presented and produced by Vinita Thakur. It was brought to you by the News Services Division of Akashvani.